Jones.
Well, starting it off with the time lapse, looking off towards the west, just a little bit close to those partly cloudy skies. Lots of sunshine still on the board, hitting that 93-degree mark once again. Of course, heading towards that sunset. Another great one thanks to the cloud cover out there off towards the west, and even some rain out there, but nothing across the Concho Valley really. And as we look at those temperatures for the 10 p.m. hour, still holding on to some 80s around the area. Just a couple of 70s, 79 for Brady off towards the east, 82 here in town, 84 off towards the north for Sterling City to Ballinger. The warm spot going to be 86 degrees towards the southwest in Ozona, so a good 7-degree spread right now across the Concho Valley. And when we look at the dew points, or actually first we're going to look at the winds. Dew points will be in just a second. First, the winds from today, looking like we topped out about 25-mile-an-hour wind gusts here in town, and really the same for the entire Concho Valley, coming in around those 20-mile-an-hour to 25-mile-an-hour winds at their maximum. So really saw those 10 to 20-mile-an-hour winds all day. Now here's those dew points still hovering around the 60s and 70s off towards the east with all that southerly flow. 72 in Junction, 66 here in town, 68 for Robert Lee, 61 the driest spot in Ozona with relative humidity indices anywhere in those 40s and up towards the 70s, but all going to be on the rise as we head towards those lower 70s for overnight lows. And when we're looking at the upper level pattern, you can see this is the reason we've been so warm, and all that southerly flow is still in place. This high pressure system with its flow going to continue to see that flow coming into the Concho Valley and dominate our weather pattern across the Lone Star State, suppressing most of that rain action, but just a little bit for these next couple of days. Still going to be allowed into the New Mexico area, but by the time we go into the back half of the work week, I think they're going to start to see a suppression as well. When we turn our heads towards the national satellite, still another tornado watch box from Nebraska into South Dakota, into Montana, that severe thunderstorm watch box as well. Lots of convective activity off towards the north, but as we turn our heads towards the tropics, we were looking at it yesterday, still sitting at a 20% chance from the National Hurricane Center. You can see this blob of convectivity, this storm clouds and everything off towards the main development region of the Atlantic. So we're going to watch to see exactly what path it takes and what to see whenever we go through the next week or so. Hopefully this stays off towards a fish storm and doesn't make its way towards the United States. Across Texas, like I said, you can see that flow all off towards the west with that convective action. Plenty of thunderstorms from about Midland through the Fort Stockton area, even pushing into El Paso, it looks like, with a lot of that cloud cover. When we turn on the radar for you, you can see where it is from the Big Bend up towards El Paso, a little bit there off towards the Austin area, but nothing in terms of those downpours. And across the Concho Valley, sitting pretty high and dry for the most part. Want to look at our rain situation so far. We've seen 18.5 inches of rain. Our yearly normal is almost 21 inches, so we've almost already filled up where we're supposed to be for this time of the year, or well, not even this time of the year, that's the entire year in terms of rain where we should be. So probably going to pass it up as we work through the year ahead. You can see where we're supposed to be, only about 11.17 inches, so we're seeing about a 7.5-inch surplus in terms of rain right now. And on the futurecast, not too much rain on the board right now, most of it off towards the west, like we said, and tomorrow that's going to be the same story. You can see a little bit trying to take off there into New Mexico, maybe as far east as Midland or so. And when we go into Tuesday, maybe more of those partly cloudy skies, 1 or 2 stray showers trying to pop up into the Concho Valley, but no downpours really on the schedule as we go through these next few days. So for tonight, pretty much what we saw yesterday, 72 degrees, a light breeze out of the south, 10 to 15 miles an hour, and same thing with those winds for tomorrow, 10 to 20 miles an hour, maybe gusting up towards that 25-mile-an-hour mark as we hit about 94 degrees on the board. And when we work through the 7-day forecast, just about rinse and repeat, copy and paste, whatever you want to say. Only seeing a few degrees of spread, 95 there by Wednesday. There's your 10% chance for maybe a stray shower pushing in, maybe those upper 90s by the time we see that high pressure work more overhead. And then as we head into the weekend, pretty much what we saw this weekend with plenty of sunshine and those 90s. That's all for your 7-day forecast, but stick around for more KSAN.